So in this video we're going to be looking at a campaign we run on Facebook and Instagram, how it performed, some key metrics we looked at, some optimisations we done and the results from that campaign. So we'll jump on the computer here and have a look.
Original ad set we went with, or ad creative we went with rather, it didn't perform too well, so we went on to the ads reporting to look at some of the KPIs, have a rethink on what we've done and if we can improve anything and change things, turn it around and get some more quality leads, more than what we was getting and what we would expect to get from an advertising campaign. So this was the ad creative that wasn't doing too well. Some things I didn't like about this ad creative were the pictures were too small. It didn't look to answer any of the questions or solve any of the problems that the prospects might have been looking to solve. There just wasn't enough content in general. It was a singular post, so not very engaging. You would have had to click on it to see the second picture. And all round just not very engaging, not very enticing or eye-catching. Small copyright, not punchy. So this was the ad that we ended up going with, which was a carousel of 6 pictures, each picture with one word stating the service that relates to that picture. So you would have to flick through or click through the carousel to go through each picture. So we've got one down here for reviews as well, which I doubled up this review picture using reviews that pointed out the price, which is another major aspect most people are looking at when considering a service. And the last picture just nailing in some more selling points and a large call to action there at the bottom. So yeah, nice and simple, punchy, enticing. So I'll go on to the ads report and show you what a difference it made. So on the ads we had the targeting set up for warm audience and cold audience. So the warm audience was obviously a lot of retargeting on the followers on the pages, the client's page, and the cold audience we used Advantage Plus audience, which gives Meta a rough guideline of where you think your prospects might be, but there's no hard constraints with it. So yeah, there's obviously different options with your warm and your cold targeting, but that's not something I'm going through in this video in great detail. So originally the 2 ads we had set up were one that did pretty well and the one that didn't do pretty well at all. So the one that did pretty well had this reach here, and the one that didn't do too good was just had this reach here. And same for impressions. You can see a massive difference in impressions. I mean, to be fair, we had this running a little bit longer because obviously we turned this ad off because it wasn't performing, but this ad still far surpassed this ad in regards to performance on the first few days. So it was indicating that this ad just wasn't good enough. I believe it was down to the ad creative because it just wasn't getting enough impressions, so it wasn't getting enough link clicks, and I genuinely think that was down to the ad creative and also the copyright, the description that goes with that ad. So what I decided to do was remove the ad that wasn't doing too well. We took that one down and I replaced it with the second ad that I showed you, the carousel. And not only did we change it over, but we added, so we set up 5 different ads, I think it was 6 different ads within each ad set. One covering, so it had the same copywriting each of the six different carousel ads. However, we just changed the area name, so we had one for the wider area and 5 more for the local area, local counties within that wider area. And that, I think, helped Meta with its targeting. It could target people more specifically, and it really made a difference, really made a massive difference. We was getting, you know, nearly as much reach on each one of the ads as we was on just that one ad running alone, and obviously that was with the same budget, just spread over those different ads. So the reach and the impressions were just as much, nearly just as much as they were on the one ad that wasn't performing too well. And the same with link clicks, we got nearly just as much link clicks. We got more link clicks if you add up in total the link clicks over all of the 6 ad creatives. And after that, the leads pretty much went through the roof. So within a week, we managed to spend this much down here within this period here, week period. We managed to get this many leads. So good 10 leads, and I think at least 7 or 8 of those got done, and they was all for large jobs. So much so I think it got a bit too much for the client. There was just quite a bit of work there for him, and I don't think he was expecting that much work, to tell you the truth. So yeah, so there's just an example of some ad creatives. So there's the first ad creative that I showed you, the one that didn't perform too well, and the ad creative that I changed it to, a little bit more punchy, and using the carousel I believe helps as well. So yeah, it is in the targeting, but I believe your ad copy goes for a lot, says a lot for your targeting. It's not just the targeting that you set up on the Meta ads, it's also the copy on your ad creative, copy in your description on your ad creative.
Hope you enjoyed the video and got some useful information from it. If we missed out anything, you feel we didn't do anything right, or you got any other comments, please let us know. Don't hesitate to get in touch and give us a little tickle on that subscribe and give us a like.